Hello, I'm David DeLugas, the $99 lawyer. Each week, I will answer a question posted by one of you on our Facebook page and try to provide some real help to you. So this week, the question is, what's the difference between a contested and an uncontested divorce? Well, it ought to be obvious, but anytime you take English language words and put them into the legal system, the meaning changes completely. So let me give you this one definition of an uncontested divorce. It's when every term that needs to be addressed between two spouses as part of their divorce has been reduced to writing and in detail, and each of them has signed the document indicating their agreement to it. That's when it becomes uncontested. Now, in reality, as spouses progress through a divorce, the case doesn't have to feel contested. It doesn't have to be a fight or a battle over every term or condition, whether it's division of property, custody of children, the parenting plan for your children, whether or not there's alimony, for how long, how much the child support is going to be, issues about life insurance, health insurance, where everybody's going to live, how you're going to resolve your differences post-divorce. One of the real areas of money making for attorneys is when parties after the divorce find that their agreement didn't address every term. Now, it may be impossible to address every scenario that may come up post-divorce, but certainly your divorce papers, that is your settlement agreement and your decree of divorce, should address all of the areas of property, debt, alimony, child support, and the children and the parenting plan for those children. So be sure it's very detailed. Don't think to yourself, oh, that's not very important. We'll work it out later. We will agree on that. It is better to bring it up when you're in agreement, come up with some language that either your lawyers help you with or you and your spouse work out, include it in your written agreement, because right now, when you're in agreement and it's not feeling contested, that's the time to come up with the written document that includes all of those terms that you're agreeing on. So terrific if you can get to an uncontested divorce. Now, from the beginning of your case through the end until it's final, and even after that, I would encourage you not to refer to your case as being settled or we're in agreement or it's uncontested when you're speaking with your spouse, unless they're telling you that's what they believe and you're agreeing with them. Why? Because nobody likes to be told how they feel or what they believe or what their position is. So think of the difference when you say to your spouse, "Isn't it great that we're in agreement on everything?" In their mind, you may not be, and you've just challenged them. Maybe you're unaware that they don't agree on something. So I would encourage you to say, address it more like this. It seems to me we have come to an agreement on just about everything. I hope so. Is there anything that we've been discussing or that I've mentioned that you don't agree on? Or how do you view our situation right now? Is there something you think we need to still address, discuss, and work out? I'm really interested in knowing what you think or what you feel about it. Now, it may seem like a small difference, but truthfully, it'll make a big difference in your life and how your divorce goes. Now, let me tell you about one other area where the words contested and uncontested get used and where it may have a direct impact on you and on your pocketbook. And that's when you negotiate a flat fee with an attorney based upon your divorce being uncontested. You may have seen those advertisements. Now, here's how it goes. Uncontested divorce, $99, $499, $999. It may depend on where you are. And it will depend on whether you own real estate, whether you have children, how long you've been married, and other such conditions, because the attorney knows in setting that so-called flat fee, and I'd like to think it's not bait and switch, get you in on the premise that you're not going to pay very much, but in reality, by the time the exceptions to this flat fee come into play, well, I had to write a letter to opposing counsel or to your spouse. Well, I had to interpret a particular term, or I had to redraft a term, or it turns out there was a calendar call at the courthouse and I had to go to it about your case, because we haven't gotten all the paperwork done. So there's an additional charge, is my point. There's an additional charge. So be aware when you sign a fee agreement for a flat fee for your uncontested divorce, unless you have a written agreement signed by you and your spouse detailing in every term, the attorney you've hired under this flat fee for an uncontested divorce may not agree with you and may send you a bill or demand an additional payment from you before getting everything resolved. So keep that in mind. And as I say, going through this process, don't think in terms of contested, uncontested. Think in terms of we're going to work it out. That'll be the best for everyone, especially me, especially our children. Thanks so much. Come back next week for another answer to another question. And in the meantime, if you think I can help you, book your session at $99lawyer.com. Thanks so much.